Welcome back, everybody. Clint today with Classic Firearms, here to talk about something pretty exciting. Budget pistols. In fact, the top 5 budget pistols of 2023, or at least so far of 2023. Still a couple months left to go, so who knows what kind of exciting things might be unveiled later this year. I don't know, guess we'll find out soon. Maybe they'll wait till SHOT Show, which we will be covering again, and it's kind of crazy to think about that we need to start booking our rooms for that, by the way. Anyway, let's go ahead and roll into this. And since this is all budget friendly in mind, you're gonna see some pretty fun stuff, like my number 5, High Point. Now, what you might be thinking is, Clint, absolutely no way you're talking about High Point on a top 5 anything, and I am here for it. This, of course, is the Yeet Cannon. I love you guys. Love the industry, love the community. The Yeet Cannon, this is the YC9 G2, but it's not technically number 5 on my list. It's actually the JXP 10mm. If you want to get into the 10mm game, I mean, the bear stopping round, then this is the way to do it for sub $200. Again, it's everything that you could ask for in a budget-friendly pistol with the maximum amount of stopping power coming at sub $200. What more can I say other than that? Thank you, High Point, for offering us such a great gun. Well, such a affordable gun at such a great caliber. We'll just leave it off there.
Really, Clint? JXP 10mm? This doesn't even sound good. What happened to Yeet Cannon? I know your argument, 10mm will take a bear down, and 9mm will not have as good of an effect. However, you could actually throw the Yeet Cannon at the bear, and the bear will probably go down. I'm disappointed. Anyways, let's get to the number 4.
My next pick is the Taurus G3. For under $300, you can find yourself with a very nice, compact, concealed carry, everyday carry type of firearm that's got decent capacity. There's also the Toro, see what they did there? There's also a Toro model that has optics cut, 17 round mag, and a 15 round mag, so that capacity is just everything you could ask for. Again, for pretty much right at that $300 price mark, which if you think about direct competition, the SIG 365X Macro, which also has that 17 round capacity, it is far more expensive than $300. So pretty interesting that that's what we've got coming from Taurus on this front, again, with the optics cut, that capacity, overall looks, fit, feel, and everything, it looks good. I mean, good job, Taurus, on the Toro G3. And I do believe there's a tactical model out there too that's got the threaded barrel and everything in case you wanted to add that little bit of spice to it, or, you know, silence to it, like what I showed you earlier on the Yeet Cannon. And that's my number 4 pick, so let's roll into my number 3. And for my number 3 pick is probably one of my favorite budget but still really quality pistols on the market, Canik, but specifically the TP9 SF, and if you want to take it up a step further, the TP9 SF Elite, which, you know, gives you a little bit more look and better barrel, things like that, but ultimately it's still coming in at sub $400, which is something that I think is really, really cool, especially since you get 2 15-round magazines, a little bit fuller size. I guess you could compare it to like the Glock 19 with a similar size barrel, and again, Canik is known for that out-of-the-box phenomenal trigger that's just hard to beat. And again, sub $400 for something that I think would make a great everyday carry gun, bedside gun. Overall, the versatility in this pistol is present and is something that I think a lot of you will agree with. It's not exactly my favorite Canik of all time. The Combat Elite is way up there on my list for that one, but that one's also coming at, you know, I think above like $600 or so. So not exactly the budget option that we're going for, which is that sub $400 range that we're looking for here today. And again, budget, you know, that's, you know, everybody's definition for budget might differ, so hopefully we're in that ballpark for you. I think number 5 was a really good representation of budget friendly, but in this case here, for the quality, for that trigger, for that feel, and everything that Canik has to offer inside the box, the additional magazine, 2 15-round mags, that sub $400 price tag for the Canik TP9 SF and SF Elite is awesome. So let's go ahead and roll into my number 2. So next up on my list, you remember how I said, you know, that $400, sub $400, that price point is where we're trying to keep everything? Okay, for my number 2, I kind of broke that rule simply because I think that this pistol is slightly slept on Okay, well maybe that's not true because the Tisas PX9 G3 is a pretty cool pistol. And when we did our video about the Tisas PX9, you guys seem to love it quite a bit. It's been a really good seller. And on top of that, that video's got like 500,000 views. So I guess it's not that slept on like I was saying. But I will say this, yes, it is over that $400 price point slightly, but the features that specifically the Tisas PX9 Night Stalker Gray model, G3 Night Stalker Gray, is pretty freaking cool. There's also the white model. It just really comes down to what kind of color you like, but I really like that Night Stalker Gray. It comes with an 18 and 20 round magazine, so capacity is like, wow, that's really freaking good if you ask me. RMR optics cut, threaded barrel, decent sights on it. You've got the slide serrations that are also slide cuts for cooling and also grip, and the PX9 really is a good shooter. Again, sub 500, way sub 500, awesome option if that's what you're looking to get into. Now, before I roll into my number one pick, I do want to go ahead and throw in one honorable mention out there. For all of you 1911 types out there, I do want to go ahead and recommend at least one 1911 that I think does a really good job. Also by Tisas, their 1911 A1 clone. The A1 is just super cool. I mean, this is exactly what was issued during World War II as far as looks go. Granted, it's not the original Colt, model 1911 A1, things like that, or Browning or anything, but it is Tisas, and the overall look, the performance, the feel, it's everything that you could ask for, and it shoots great. So, chambered in 45, what more could you ask for? Anyway, let's roll into my number one pick. And for my top choice, the number one budget-friendly 2023 pistol is new for this year, and it's coming from Canik. Again, the Mete MC9. This is what I think is probably, arguably, one of the best, if not the best option, especially for the price point, for your concealed carry needs. The Canik Mete MC9 is slightly heavy, but it is only just over 21 ounces, and I think that little bit added weight really lends to why it's such a pleasurable shooting gun as well. Because you would think something so compact would be really snappy, but it does feel really good to shoot. Yes, it is a compact 9mm, so depending if you're running plus Ps or whatever else, you might feel that snap. But again, standard 124 grain or 115 grain, I like to run a little bit heavier 124s, feel really good through this gun. And everything you're getting in the box with it is really nice. Comes with already an inside the waistband holster, which is great. Optics cut, and also the accessory rail or Picatinny rail. I personally have this exact model, which is the two-tone FDE, and I have the Streamlight TLR7A for my concealed carry light with the Canik Mete optic, which fits really well on this gun, and also, yes, co-witnesses, which is really cool. Another great thing about the MC9 is the fact that, yeah, it's under $400 for a concealed carry pistol, but has a, again, notoriously known Canik trigger. So we're gonna go ahead and just ghost that really quick. A little bit of take up as you can see right here, but once you hit that obvious wall right here, I know if I apply any more pressure, it drops. Nice, and then the reset, short and sweet. Feels really good, definitely a fan of that. Also, it comes with two magazines, a 12-round mag and also a 15-round mag, just to show that off for you guys right there. But it also comes with an extended base plate for the 12-round mag if you want that little bit of extra grip. Because one thing I can tell you right now, if it's flush, I get that slight pinky overhang. Not a lot for me and my size hands. Not a lot, but it's enough to be not the best. However, with that slight pinky extension, I can get that full grip and it is very comfortable. With the 15-round mag, it extends even further just slightly and allows for, again, that full grip, which also helps manage that recoil some. So again, the Canik Mete MC9, number one for my budget 2023 pistol, right at that $400 price point. So let me know if you guys agree with this list, disagree, think I completely missed some pistols that should be here, or maybe you just want to realign the order in which they're in. I know you guys really want that 10 mil to be my number one, but maybe next time. Maybe after I run a couple drills with it, since I apparently need I still owe Adam that bet. This would be my everyday carry for a month, so I gotta finish that, I guess. I just need to get a good holster and make sure I have plenty of backup guns. Anyway, we'll leave it off there, guys. I'll see you down in the comments section all about the top budget pistols of 2023, whether you agree, disagree, think some things should be rearranged, added, removed, let me know. And by the way, if you haven't tuned in to our latest series, our bolt gun series, where you get to see this beast shot quite a bit, Go check that out. We're having a good time in the midst of that series right now. And yes, and again, we appreciate your viewership and stopping by. God bless. We'll see you next time at Classic Firearms.